Let's talk about this with Illinois Congressman Adam Kinzinger, who also happens to be the chair for Jeb's presidential campaign in Illinois. Good to see you.
Hey, good to be here. Thanks.
All right, so this is the former president's first campaign appearance for his brother. Why here and why now?
Oh, look, South Carolina loves George W. Bush. I think Trump made a huge miscalculation last night. Doesn't know his audience and, was just bullying around. It's what he does normally. But South Carolina is a great place for George W. to come out to support Jeb, to talk about defense, talk about veterans issues. It's a huge veterans population out here. And, Jeb has 12 living Medal of Honor recipients that have endorsed him. So people are really excited. I think it's going to be a fantastic opportunity on Monday for people to hear from President Bush and talk about why he thinks Jeb would be the next best president of the United States.
So is this a prelude of more to come? We saw, Jeb's mom, Barbara Bush, in New Hampshire campaigning on his behalf, and now his brother, former President George W. Bush, in Charleston, North Charleston, South Carolina. So will we see more Bushes in more states, primary states and caucuses?
You may. I know President Bush is a busy man, but look, people love the Bush family. In Republican circles, they're very popular. So if you have these assets, which is a great family name and great members of the family, it's great to use them. I think what's obvious, though, is when George W. comes here and when Jeb's mom comes here and speaks, when she was in New Hampshire, you see really a positive vision, and it's contrasted with what you saw last night on stage from Donald Trump. Really his bully tactics, his third-grade thin skin appeal that he has, where if somebody boos him, he gets all angry in that audience. And it blew my mind that a man that thinks he can be president of the United States has such thin skin that he can't even take an audience member booing him. It's really unbelievable.
And and you call it the assets of having Barbara Bush or George W. Bush campaigning on behalf of Jeb Bush. But at first, was the message being conveyed that Jeb Bush thought that his family would be a liability, and that he seemed to be working very hard at the start of his campaigning to distance himself from his brother's legacy, and really from the Bush name by just having his slogan, Jeb?
Yeah, I think that was important to do. I think it was important for Jeb to say, look, I have my own record. I know there's been a couple of Bush presidents prior, but I'm very well accomplished. And I want to take that record, not just and say what I've done, but talk about how I want to lead people out of the difficulties that we find ourselves in today. And so he developed that. People see that Jeb's his own guy. And now bring out the big guns. You've got some great folks that are related to you, that did great things for this country, that kept us safe after the greatest terrorist attack in this country's history, at least since Pearl Harbor. And so bring them out. But I think it's going to be a great day Monday. I think President Bush is going to rally the troops here, and we're going to win South Carolina. We feel very good about it.
Okay. Thank you so much, Congressman Adam Kinzinger.
You bet.
Enjoy your time there in South Carolina. All right, next.